Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Mr. Valentine. Today I'm going to be watching the movie Tombstone, a film released in 1993 for the first time. I am not too familiar with Westerns, but I've been reading about them in film theory books and contemplating the likes of Howard Hawks, John Ford, Sergio Leone. And my frame of reference for a proper Western is Robert Duvall's Open Range. I watched it when I was a kid with my grandfather, and he always had this movie Tombstone on the shelf on VHS, and it was always, it stood out to me as a visually pleasing cover, but I never watched it. So I am about to reverse engineer my understanding of westerns by starting with relatively modern westerns and then working my way backwards, because the notion of a western is interesting to me. So I appreciate you being here today. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. You can also join the channel if it's within your means, and that gives you a curated comment section and exclusive members only content. And also, I appreciate every single one of my patrons over there on the Patreon. My patrons on the Patreon, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, and I appreciate your continued support. So if you're interested in joining as a member over there on the Patreon, it's Mr. Valentine Reacts. Get these videos 2 days early. And without further ado, 1993's Tombstone. I'm about to experience it. Let's go.
Cattle drovers turn cow towns into armed camps with murder rates higher than those of modern-day New York or Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. That's like Sam Elliott in Big Lebowski. Sometimes you eat the bar, sometimes the bar eats you.
Lawman Wyatt Earp retiring his badge and gun to start a peaceful life with his family.
Okay. Some nice succinct exposition going on. On the wedding day of all days. They're caught in an unenviable position.
Y'all killed 2 cowboys.
Retribution is afoot.
Looks like we win.
Yeah, it would appear so.
You go to hell! You first. Now let go of that stud. Go on about your business.
Beautiful exhibition of character. There's this idea of save the cat. In this case, save the horse. It tells us who he is.
I don't want the job, and that's final. I did my duty. Now I'd like to get on with my life. I'm going to Tombstone.
Ah, I see. Easy on the grain.
Roll credits. Fuck Cinema Sins.
Tell you one thing, though. Never saw a rich man didn't wind up with a guilty conscience.
I already got a guilty conscience. Might as well have the money, too. Good day now.
It's a hell of a philosophy. He's a man of conviction.
That's $500, Holmes. You in or out?
500.
That's Val Kilmer.
I'm deranged, but I guess I'll just have to call. Isn't that a daisy? Why, you son of a bitch.
He is drawing all kinds of ire.
I'm tired of listening to your mouth. We cross. Without them guns, you ain't nothing but a skinny lunger. And what an ugly thing to say.
Oh, them's his fighting words.
Does this mean we're not friends anymore? You know, Ed, if I thought you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it.
Quick draw McGraw.
There. Now we can be friends again.
Goodness gracious.
Touch that gun, I'll burn you down.
Of course she's in on it.
Well. Good evening, then.
So casual. They came in and wreaked havoc. It just strolled out nonchalant. Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 4. Ah, okay. A poetic tombstone.
I'm Wyatt Earp, and these are my brothers,
Wyatt Earp.
Virgil and Morgan.
Dodge City.
Gave all that up.
His reputation precedes him.
Don't even carry a gun.
Going into business, huh?
Did he just say he doesn't carry a gun?
He's the town marshal.
My pleasure. Only real law around here is the cowboys. Nobody does nothing without them. I mean, they're it.
Oh, so the cowboys got mad influence, huh? They're the de facto leaders round these parts.
What? There you go. Yeah. Oh, what?
Wyatt Fearless Earp.
Howdy, stranger. What can I get you? I wouldn't mind one of those cigars. Bill Joyce, owner, operator. Wyatt Earp. Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure. You're Wyatt Earp. I'm Pablo Picasso.
Kind of dead in here, isn't it?
You don't listen too good, do you?
See that bird at the farewell table?
Back that queen again, you son of a bitch. I'll blow you right up that wildcat's ass. Do you hear me, huh?
All right. Aren't we bellicose?
You chase out all the high-class play. Why don't you get rid of him, get yourself a straight dealer? Sure, stranger. That's easy for you to say.
Christ almighty, it's like I'm sitting here playing cards with my brother's kids or something. You nerve-wracking sons of bitches.
Wait, is that Billy Bob Thornton?
Just want to let you know you're sitting in my chair.
Is that a fact?
You're sitting in my chair.
Well, for a man that don't go healed, you run your mouth kind of...
Authority.
No need to go heel to get the bulge on a tub like you.
Is that a fact?
Provocative.
I'm real scared. Damn right you're scared. I can see that in your eyes.
All right,
Now, go ahead. Go ahead, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
listen, mister, I'm getting awful tired of your snort.
I'm getting tired of your gas. Now jerk that pistol and go to work.
He's a force with which to be reckoned.
I said throw down, boy. Oh!
He slapped him thrice.
You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
Yo, that's badass. Badassery.
No?
He is the embodiment of badassery.
I didn't think so.
If he gonna do something
Here, no.
or stand there and bleed.
Come back. Ever.
Got this guy who thought he was tough shit. Got him looking like Ben Stiller in Dodgeball.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Oh, what do you say, Milt?
Yes, yeah.
25% of the house take sound about right?
Ah, this is a profound characterization.
Why, Johnny Tyler! Madcap. Doc,
Where you going with that shotgun?
I didn't know you was back in town.
If you don't know, now you know.
He can talk himself into anything. Johnny, I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.
Mr. Holliday. The die is cast. We are growing. Be as big as San Francisco in a few years and just as sophisticated.
Right on cue.
Very cosmopolitan.
Hell of a quarrel.
I'm sorry, boys. I gotta take you before Judge Spicer. Hand him over.
Law and order every time, that's us.
And the criminal justice system. These are their stories.
Well, an enchanted moment.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Doc.
Who that tall drink of water is?
My dear, you have such a gaze upon the quintessential frontier type. He's got the look of both predator and prey.
The duality of man, sir. Got the look of predator and prey. That's a description. He got a guilty conscience. He's out to get rich. What does it entail about Wyatt Earp's past?
Said Christmas Day speech from Henry V. Set the scene.
Damn Barnes. Got the damn ear off. If we are marked to die, we are now to do our country loss. But if to live, be my brother.
I think he's wonderful.
Gentle.
He's spellbound. Okay.
Damn.
That gaze could not be more seductive.
You get lucky.
His gal is looking like, for real, bro?
Wyatt, do you believe in God? Yeah, maybe. Hell, I don't know. Well, what do you think happened?
3 different answers. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Agnostic at best.
He said that a lot of people, when they die, they see this light, like in a tunnel.
Yeah.
They say it's the light leading you to heaven.
Really? What about hell? They got a sign there or what?
Hey, Wyatt, God damn it, I'm serious.
You morgue.
Sardonic with a tinge of cynicism. Just a tinge.
She.
That dusky-hued Lady Satan, that's it.
Oh, I'd probably ignore her.
Ignore?
I'd ignore her. People can change, Doc.
I'll remember you.
He's a married man. He retired his badge. He doesn't walk around with a gun, and he doesn't cheat on his wife. But this is a very potent temptation in Wyatt Earp's eyes, apparently. Don't blame him. Denied. Come on, stay strong, Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp, huh?
Heard of you.
Yeah, you got that right.
Johnny Ringo. The deadliest pistolier since Wild Bill, they say. I don't know, there's just something about him. Something around the house.
Oh, brilliant.
Evidently, Mr. Ringo's an educated man. Now I really hate him.
Watch it, Johnny. He's real fast.
Oh, okay. I see you. I got that much dexterity. Watch this. Ooh. Yeah. Will they take this reciprocation as a sign of disrespect?
We've never actually met. My name's
Wyatt Earp. Yes, I know. I'm just...
Josephine Marcus. Everybody knows.
I was beginning to think we'd never meet. This is fortuitous. That means lucky.
Yeah, I know what it means.
It's a good word. Serendipity.
Well, I guess we'd better split them up. It's been real.
I have a better idea. Let's run it out of them.
Yeah, I'm an oak, all right.
An ever withering oak. Its attraction is overriding his fidelity. He's like, I probably shouldn't ride with you, but let's leave it. This is the only thing that's going to be written today, okay? Surely, right? Damn. That hill's steep as fuck. The audacity.
Are you happy?
Am I happy? Well, I don't know. Happy as the next man, I guess. I don't laugh all day long like an idiot, if that's what you mean.
I'm not a buffoon, if that's what you're implying.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
No, I'm always happy. Unless I'm bored. That blonde woman, is that your wife?
Uh-oh.
What about her?
Nothing. What do you want out of life?
What's this, the third degree? This is Inquisition over here.
Well, I ought to know my own mind, and I'm telling you what suits me is a family and kids. Suits me right down to the ground. In fact, that's my idea of heaven.
Oh. Heaven on earth.
All right, what's your idea of heaven?
Room service.
Room service.
We've already made a pile of money in this place. If we pulled up stakes and just moved on, you know? Then we could stay on the move. Just keep going. See the world. Just live on room service the rest of our lives.
He's a man of integrity, but that last line reveals his conflict.
This happens to be a nocturne.
Which?
You know, Frederick fucking Chopin.
That's a funny line reading. He's off the wagon. He feels so great. He's just gonna start shooting indiscriminately.
Well, howdy, Fred. Hand those over, Curly. Hand them over. Why, sure, Dad.
I hope my prognostication is wrong right here. The marshal. And you saw the fear in his eyes. He knew the very confrontation. It's got to represent his demise.
Nobody's hanging anybody.
Hey, you just killed a man. Stand trial for it. Now get back. Turn him loose.
Hey-o. We're at loggerheads.
You don't step aside, we'll tear you apart.
You die first, get it? Your friends might get me in a rush, but not before I make your head into a canoe. You understand me?
Headed to a canoe.
Drunk piano player. You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. You're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns. One for each of you.
Oh, he has a compensating mechanism. Okay, problem solved. Do ordain as follows. It is hereby declared unlawful for any person to carry deadly weapons. Oh, a decree. He's back at it.
Nobody's saying you can't own a gun. All we're saying is you can't carry a gun in town.
The Second Amendment conversation.
I told you we weren't getting involved.
You got us involved when you brought us here.
Yeah, man. He can no longer be a bystander.
Nothing to do with you, Wyatt. It's got to do with
me. I'm your brother, for Christ's sake. God, I don't believe this. Talk to him, will you, or hit him?
Stop some sense into him. I mean, hey, he's having a prick of conscience.
All those years I worked those cow towns, I was only ever mixed up in one shooting. Just one. But a man lost his life, and I took it. You don't know how that feels, Morton. Believe me, boy, you don't ever want to know.
And what traumatic instance has colored his perspective henceforth.
Easy poker's just not your game, Mike. Let's have a spelling contest.
I bet if I just ring your scurvy down.
Yeah, like.
How do you spell hoodwink?
Nothing, not a thing. I'm right as the mail.
Doc is about to need a doc. He's not long for this world.
What's wrong with him? Langer. I hope you die.
Damn.
Rifle. Goddamn bastards. Think they can cheat me. Nobody cheated you, Mike. Just go home. Don't take no mind from no bartenders, neither.
Insolent. Something about the backhand. Slapping somebody with the backhand is the height of disrespect.
You tell the Herb. I see him on the street in Doc Hollow. I'm gonna send them to hell on a shutter. You tell them that.
He got neutralized, incapacitated. There's a new sheriff in town.
What's the way you walk, you stupid bastard? Easy, kid. I'm sorry. I ain't easy. I ain't your kid. You take sorry and shove it up your ass.
I'll
fight you right now.
Yo. Got him. Finessed. He was finessed.
What's the verdict? 2 years? 2 days? Hard to say. If you stop now.
2 years, 2 days.
Smoking, you're drinking, you're gambling, you're night.
What a disparity.
What I mean is, you must attempt to deny your marital impulse.
Get out of my sight.
In order to extend his life, you gotta stop having sex What a quandary. Don't fear the reaper.
We must talk, darling. It appears we must redefine the nature of our association.
Oh, she's a Black Widow. She heard what the doctor said.
I'm a good woman to you, Doc.
And yet she's still
Don't I always
moving lasciviously.
Guess maybe you better swear me in.
Time is of the essence. He's back on board. In this atmosphere, he's being corralled, bull-whipped into dealing with the situation. He has something for just the occasion.
Got 5 people come up to my room telling me that Clantons and McLaury's are gunning for us.
We're going down there now.
He got off his deathbed and said, nah, I'm in the mix.
Oh, not what I want.
He said deuces. Majesty. The pace of this scene is majestic. Oh, he winks at him. They got the Cowboys got dispatched effortlessly. Nah, don't raise your hand now. You talking all that shit. You talking that big talk. Gotta stand on your business. Oh. Come on.
All of you are under arrest.
What?
I don't think I'll let you arrest us today, Behan.
You're under arrest. I beg to differ.
You're right. It's nothing like I thought. I almost wish I know more. I know. Me too.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp. He prognosticated. He saw this coming. He foresaw where this would lead. And he took the sophisticated approach. Instead of saying, I told you so, just say, I know. I understand.
Please. I know it's awful to come
it's
here.
awful to come.
Listen, I think something's going to happen tonight.
Oh, look at that. Timing in the background. I like that. Her intuition. Oh, shit. Ah, bro.
What?
Golly. Those devious bastards.
All that smart talk about live and let live. There ain't no live and let live with bugs. Why don't you listen to me now? We gotta get out of here.
Listen to yourself, Wyatt. Lie down and crawl, you might get hurt. What kind of talk is that?
Do you see what's happening here?
What?
You can't knock them for understanding the severity of the situation. I haven't played pool in a long time. You gotta be shitting me. I mean, I love that the timing of that sequence. He had just said, let's get out of here. Morgan's like, nah, my guy, we not running. We gonna stand and fight. What in the Reservoir Dogs am I looking at?
You're right, Wyatt. They got me good. Don't let them get you, brother. You're the one.
That's needless. Needless.
Remember what I said about seeing a light when you're dying? It ain't true. I can't see a damn thing.
That's beautiful and tragic.
Morg.
Coexisting emotion. A hero's death. poetic narrator.
I want you to know it's over. You smell that, Bill? Smells like someone died.
That's diabolical. The cowboys are a bunch of cotton-headed ninny muggins. Goading him.
All right. Take Stillwell. Finish it.
That's monstrous. It's a monstrous level of insensitivity.
Hey, Maddie, where's Wyatt? Right behind you, Stillwell.
Yeah, you got that right. Ooh. A little slice of hell.
All right, Clinton. You called down the thunder, well, now you got it. See that? It says United States Marshal.
Yeah. No,
Take a good look at him, Mike.
begging is gonna do you no good.
You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
That checks out. That checks out. Yeah, of course. He's not gonna leave. His brother died. He's gonna stay and put 10 toes down and let the chips fall where they may. I thought they were really about to get out of town. Pulled the rug out from under me. Oh. Oh. That is impressive.
No. Quiet, what are you doing?
Look at that. Come and get some, boy.
Oh, he's providing himself as bait? Or does he have narrative armor? Oh, okay. A little mano y mano. Alright. Wyatt Earp is a man of resolve.
Did you ever see anything like that before?
Hell, I ain't never even heard of anything like that. Nothing.
Where is he?
His behavior has no precedent.
Doc, sorry to be in bed. What the hell are you doing this for anyway?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, doctor told him not to have sex, so where does rootin' tootin' bang bang factor into that?
Doc.
Oh. Doc is running on fumes.
Our boss actor got killed. He came here to water the horses, then I'll push on.
Fate keeps bringing you all together. How fortuitous.
I'm sorry about your friend. Wait.
Oh, the swelling of the score. That soundtrack there tells us more than anything they could say through dialogue.
I spent my whole life not knowing what I wanted out of life. Just chasing my tail. Now for the first time I know exactly what I want. And who. That's the damnable misery of it.
The ironic curveballs life tends to throw at you.
I can't beat him, can I?
No.
Oh. Self-doubt. Self-awareness.
I'm going with you.
I highly doubt it.
What's it like to wear one of those?
That is touching. That's a touching response.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo.
What? Is this a mirage or
Somebody just walked over your grave.
is Doc a mirage right now, or is he that indomitable? Mustering up all the strength he can.
I was just fooling about.
Now you just fooling.
I wasn't. And this time, it's legal.
It's a nice flourish of the narrative. A nice narrative flourish.
All right, Lunger. Let's do it.
Oh, this is magnetic.
Say when.
Oh. He exterminated him and then reholstered his gun. Lickety split.
Oh, I wasn't quite as sick as I made out.
That's the elephant in the room. Like, what's the reasoning behind your sudden virility?
Well, let's see. Where are we today?
I told you not to in a minute.
You're the only person I can afford to lose to anymore.
You're the most fallible, stubborn, self-deluded, bullheaded man I've ever known in my entire life.
I call.
You're the only human being in my entire life ever gave me hope.
It's a gorgeous sentiment.
In loved ones. My first cousin. She was 15.
Is he my first cousin?
We were both so.
What in the Targaryen is this guy talking about?
Take that beauty and run. Don't look back. Live every second. Live right up the hill. Live quiet. Live for me. If you ever had even the slightest feeling for me, leave now. Leave now.
This man, it was so usually coiffed and put together and smooth and in control. Doesn't want his friend to see him in this dilapidated condition.
Thanks for always being there, Doc.
Oh, Doc. He is now traveling on the eternal holiday.
I have nothing left. Nothing to give you. I have no pride, no dignity, no money. I don't even know how we'll make a living, but...
The Beatles said it best. You can't buy me love.
Don't worry, Wyatt. My family's rich.
Yeah, of course they are.
What should we do first?
What you wanted to do the first night we met.
Oh, I do declare.
May I have this dance?
Yes.
And then we'll have room service.
Wyatt Earp died in Los Angeles in 1929.
Los Angeles again.
Among the pallbearers at his funeral were early Western movie stars William S. Hart and Tom Mix. Tom Mix wept.
He lived and died a man of great renown. Well, that was 1993 picture, Tombstone, which I quite enjoyed. I appreciated the visual strategy the director and the DP employed, and the shape the narrative took. Within the context of a Western, there was a lot of emotion, a lot of heart. We are introduced to Wyatt Earp. We hear about Wyatt Earp's formidability before we see him. He's a respected lawman who's retired and trying to live in peace with his family. You know, because there's a lot of turmoil that goes with this line of work, and he's just like, hey, I've had enough of it. Let someone else bear that burden. But destiny and fate, as is their wont, comes back calling, and it was unavoidable. This line of work, this kind of existence was his lot. There's nothing he can do about it. He tries to persuade his brother, Morrigan, Like, we're trying to retire, trying to get in the gambling game, maybe a billiard hall. Let's have some business ventures here, because what we've been doing and what I had to do, like he related to his brother, how he had to kill somebody and it weighed on him heavily. So much so that even though he was doing right, it created such a level of cognitive dissonance, so much of a stark ambivalence in being a sheriff, being a lawman, that he forewent it. He said, "No, I'm out of here. Goodbye." That's why when he says earlier, I already have a guilty conscience. Might as well make some money on top of it. Now that was so telling. That was such a beautiful way to set up the story. That and introducing him by stopping that guy from beating a horse. It's a beautiful depiction. The portraiture, such a profound example of portraiture. Preparing the audience to look at everything they see henceforth through that lens of this guy and his perspective and his aspect of morality. It's there's a lot of moral philosophy to contemplate in this movie. Like, do you pursue your own pleasure at the expense of other people's well-being? Can you live with that? It's like I was watching I Love You Man, one of my favorite movies. And if you haven't seen it, it is a hoot and a half. Dare I say hoot and three quarters. But in the movie I Love You Man, starring Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, they have a song that contains the lyric, "If you could blow up the world with the flip of a switch, would you do it? If you can make everybody poor just so you could be rich, would you do it?" Now, most of us, an average person, would say, no, you wouldn't blow up the world. No, you wouldn't make everybody poor. But it's something to think about in this framework of wanting to retire and start a family and make money in this frontier of America. The gold rush, the kind of capitalistic fruit that one can yield from following this kind of endeavor. Do you do that? Or do you see the chaos around you and feel obligated to protect the average citizen from the outlaws, the criminal, the profound question of good and evil, good versus evil? The police in the real world, who get a lot of shit, a lot of that is, exaggerated and gratuitous, but in a certain sense, they're the buffer between us and the criminals. The only thing that's stopping a statistic of the population from committing crime and stealing and killing and doing all godforsaken activities is the deterrent of the police and the jail and prison system. If we didn't have that deterrent, just imagine what kind of sheer cataclysm would obtain in the world at large. So, and if you think about the life of a police officer or someone in the armed services, what they're doing every day, what they spend their lives doing, what their day-to-day entails is protecting, and in the ideal sense is protecting and restoring people's faiths and restoring people's sense of peace and comfort in an evil world. But I like Sam Elliott. Val Kilmer had some amazing line readings and a lot of smooth, debonair statements. It is a very philosophical and an existential film. Kurt Russell was unmatched in this, right? Playing the titular role, playing the role of Wyatt Earp. Wherever he goes, he commands respect, either by reputation or his deed in real time. And that's just something. It was interesting to watch. It was interesting to watch the conflict unfold, the inner turmoil and the turbulence that they were undergoing. With they were traveling as a family, a brother. They're like, we're finally doing it. We're resting. We're getting out of the game. And they stumble upon the cowboys who are controlling things. They were the sheriff. in town, essentially. But immediately, the first day Wyatt Earp gets into town, he's just like, all right, I've had enough of this already. We're going to get a couple things straight, starting with, I think that was Billy Bob Thornton, or somebody who, to me, looked like Billy Bob Thornton. Go ahead and letting him know that what he was doing, the terror that he was causing, will not be stood for anymore. And this cinematography was so subtle and the soundtrack so effective, it caused me to really enjoy the state of things as I was watching this. I had something in my eye. I felt the urge to, well up with tears when Morgan died, because, yeah, you could have predicted that, as Wyatt Earp tried to tell him, hey, let's get out of here, right? Let's move on, get on down the road. It's not for us, man, because the tempers are flaring, emotions are running high, and we're in an element where we will be forced to confront this if we don't leave now. We will be forced to confront the evil cowboys if we do not get on up out of here. And it's interesting that they're called cowboys in the context of a Western. I loved Sam Elliott, and I haven't seen a lot of Sam Elliott, but I've loved Sam Elliott in The Big Lebowski, and most recently, I've only seen him in that and Tell Me Something, Girl. A Star is Born reboot. He's well known. He's a well-known actor. I have to delve into his westerns. I did not know he was it was a pleasant surprise seeing him in this. How many true good Samaritans are there out there? I think that's what this movie is asking us to think about. In your heart of hearts, would you, given the circumstances, do what Wyatt Earp and his brothers were doing in this movie? Even in a variety of contexts, in any other context. More modern. Something to think about. But I'm excited to watch more Westerns. Reading film theory is nutritional for me. Reading about John Ford, Howard Hawks, etc. I am going to work backwards into the American Western universe. I'm excited, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this far. I appreciate you joining me on this journey. I have over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm thankful for every single one of you, because I live for cinema, for storytelling. Thank you for supporting the channel by watching this. Support it more by liking this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the channel if it's within your means, and getting these videos 2 days early by going over to the Patreon, Mr. Valentine Reacts. I will eventually be uploading exclusive content over there as well. So something to which to look forward. All right. That was fun. I will be doing more Westerns soon. We'll see how it plays out. But as always, till we meet again.